Are you home in your pajamas?
Huh?
Are you home in your pajamas?
Oh, I'm in an undisclosed location.
When do you start the YouTube?
No, we're good.
part?
We're good.
We're good. We're right at the top of the hour here, so Josh said he may be able to call in, so we'll listen for him to come on here. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll get started. The opening of Clinton County Commissioners meeting Monday, April the 20th. A roll call.
Scott Shoemaker,
Here.
Josh Hewitts,
That's not been on yet.
all right, and Steve
And
Woods.
Steve Woods, I'm here. This is, again, our second meeting that is YouTube plus a call-in meeting. As we always have in the past, and we'll continue to do that, this is a time for public comment. We'll lay out several minutes, and if something comes in through text and so on, we will address that as it comes up. But we do want to keep that public comment going at all times as we're going through this pandemic time period, and trying to keep these meetings open to the public and transparent is the best possible way that we can. So if you do have any questions, if you follow the rules that we have in place about texting in, we will address those as they come in, maybe at a little bit later date and time in this meeting today, since this is a little different than what everybody is used to. So the next part of the point of business will be old business. Wessler Engineering Inc. agreement is in front of us today. And I have that here. And do we have any questions? Say it again.
I didn't have anything.
Okay, you don't have anything. So we do have the agreement between the Board of Commissioners and Wessler Engineering. This is for I-65 State Road 28 interchange, and for State Road 28 corridor wastewater and water supply project. This keeps us working with Wessler, and will be our agreement working forward. Any questions, motions that anybody would like to entertain with this?
A motion to approve the agreement.
Okay, we do have now a motion on the floor to for the agreement with Wessler, and I will second that. That will pass to 0. I believe it does have a signature spot for the president, and we'll ask Commissioner Hughes to sign that at the time that works for him here. Again, for those that may be just coming on, Commissioner Hughes was unable to attend, so I'm setting in this morning on this, and we have Commissioner Shoemaker at another location, trying to keep things going like we said, and we're asking everybody to do is to separate. And so again, that's what's going on, and try to keep you who is here, since you only see me today. Commissioner Shoemaker is on board here today, and possibly Commissioner Ewitz at a little later time today. The next item that we have will be new business. The first one we have is the Paul Philippi pass-through agreement. This is an agreement that we have that goes in front of us every year. Has to run through the county for Paul Philippi Center. Any questions, comments?
No, I don't have any motion to approve the agreement with Paul Philippi.
Yes, this is the same one we've had for a long time. No changes that I'm aware of, and I will second that. Passes 2-0. Again, that will be a signature by Commissioner Ewitz. Next item we have will be Board of Health Public Health Nurse job description.
Was that sent out via email? I don't remember seeing that.
I put it on Google Drive.
Yeah, just on Google Drive.
Okay. What was the main changes?
Well, I've got highlighted areas. Most of it is on the front page. I can highlight the position summary. Serves as county public health nurse, and this is the new part, medical supervisor, to provide supervision, evaluation of all nursing staff, full, part-time, and volunteer, assist with clinic budgeting, educational standards for the nursing staff, medically oversees the provisions of and again, this is now the old print after this. The next new part of it will be STI testing and treatment, and travel immunization clinic operations is a new addition. The next new addition to it will be all key performance standards. So to perform this position successfully, the individual must be able to perform, again, all key performance standards. The next one will be key performance standards will be a new ensures and maintains patient confidentiality, always aware of health insurance Portability and Accountability Act and HIPAA privacy rules as they apply to patient records and patients' confidentiality in the department and clinic operations. The next new item would be 4 more bullets down within the ensure compliance with ISDH tuberculosis, TB, and health-led healthy homes program policy. So it says within the department and clinic operations, that person will operate. Medical supervision of nursing staff, ability to set goals, motivate, medically plan, and evaluate multiple nurse staff. Another new item would be oversee provisions of sexually transmitted diseases, testing, treatment, and compliance with Indiana communicable disease reporting rules and the Indiana code through Clinton County. Health and Department STD program. The next new item will be oversee provisions of the travel immunization clinic in the compliance with the state of Indiana Department of Health and Indiana code through Clinton County Health Department travel immunization clinic program. Page 2 at the bottom, last bullet would be responsible for mapping and professional growth and development of all departmental nursing staff. And I believe that is the only changes or the additions to the Chief Public Health Nurse Supervisor's job.
Now, do you know if there's been an increase in pay relative to this job description change?
I have not been.
Nothing has been told to Brett or Jerry at this point. I think that's something that would have to go in front of the council, I suppose, that when they have that already, that if nothing is on this paperwork talking about salary.
Well, I just know we've had a lot of with hard times to try to fill this nursing positions there
Right.
because of the low pay, and here we're adding supervisor, and I don't have a problem with it, other than, you know, I think the agreement talks about the STI up at the top, and it starts talking about STD, so I think the document needs revised, so it's using the same language, but I make a motion to approve it once that, language is changed to reflect the documents around.
Okay. Any other points before I ask for that? So that's your motion also, as you stated. I will second that to make the changes as Commissioner Shoemaker suggests, and then we will talk about at a later time that the payroll differences that for that job, as we have seen as first responders and what has been going through for the past 6 weeks or so. This is an important job that we need to make sure that we have a competent staff and well paid for what they have to do and what they the ultimate outcome that any first responder has. So I think that's something that we can take up in front of the council on behalf of the Board of Health and state our side of that pay needs to be up with other nursing pay in this county. So with that, I will second that and we'll pass to 0. Okay, and I have already made a mistake. You know, I've already skipped the main item. This morning we have opening bids. I have 3 bids that are in front of us at this point. This is bids for State Road 28 and 800 West intersection. So I will open them up and we'll put these and get them recorded. Have our attorney, Mr. Little, go over these 2. First one is from White Construction. Make sure we're looking at all the right things. It's rather lengthy. And and I will stand corrected if we got a lot of different numbers, make sure that we are on the right page. And that's why this will go in front of our attorney afterwards. But my first sum for White will be $2,270,000. Again, for State Road 28, 800 West intersection improvement, phase 1. Next company that we have is Reith Riley. And the total of all units price bid items will be $2,434,660. Again, Reith Riley, $2,434,000 or $2,434,660. $60. Reeve Riley. And the last one that we have in the plan will be Milestone Contractors. And the total we have for Milestone Contractors for this project is $2,672,385. At this time, this is the conclusion of opening the bids. We've listed all three of them. What would be the board's pleasure at this time?
Motion to table the bids and take under advisement after review.
Okay, and I will second that. So we will send those out to be reviewed, tabled, and brought up at possibly our next meeting. Any other new business before Board of Commissioners this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, I have no other business at this time. Any reports, Commissioner Shoemaker, that you need to get out?
Yeah.
Okay, and only thing I have, we've had several complaints and we're following up on it, will be for the landfill. As we know, we went through another wind condition last week. Landfill had made multiple contacts with me, and they, like everybody else, working with a skeleton crew due to the situation that we're all in. But they said that they will be working on that and hope to expand that out in the next few weeks and work on out past Route 300, possibly along the highway towards Frankfort also. So that's the only thing I have to report on my behalf. Next items that we have in front of us today will be approval of claims. And for those in the audience and watching today, these claims have been in front of us, a packet for since last week. So today is just simply any questions that we may have. Do you have any? Well, let me get them out of here first before you ask if you have a question. The first one will be Thursday claims dated April the 9th, 2020, in the amount of $9,988.22. Friday claims dated April 17th, 2020, in the amount of $4,288.71. Bi-weekly claims dated April 20th, 2020, in the amount of $493,791.64. Court claims dated April 20th, 2020, in the amount of $34,572.25. Any questions or any areas that you would like to bring up, something to look at, Commissioner Shoemaker?
I don't have any. I would just ask the auditor and the treasurer to report to us how we're looking as far as with the tax roll, the property tax being delayed till July. If there's any concerns that we need to send out a memo to the departments to curtail some spending at this point. I know the claims are high because the 65 project, but I think that's something we need to provide a directive out if we're looking at general fund issues with the property taxes. But other than that, I'll make a motion to approve the claim.
Okay. Any other comment on that from you, Brett? Or is that something you need to really make an assessment and report to us by this next meeting? Or we can put that report out to everybody at any time that you find out that we are starting to run tight.
Right. Let me talk with the treasurer and we'll see how we're looking.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good comment, Commissioner Shoemaker, that we do need to take a look at, see where we're at and how much is spent, and also maybe what we have spent to date on the COVID-19 over and above that was never budgeted, but the council has blessed us with a a good sum of money for us to keep running on items that we need to get to keep our first responders safe. So with that, the claims, I would second that, and claims pass today. The second item we have here is approval of payroll, and that will be payroll dated March 27th, 2020 in the amount of $390,498.09. Payroll dated March 27th, 2020 in the amount of $1,622.08. And Board of Health payroll dated March 27th, 2020 in the amount of $784.49. Do I have a motion or questions?
Motion to approve.
And second passes. The approval of the minutes. Let's see. It'll be the April 6th meeting, 2020. Any corrections? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes for April 6th.
So
Second, that passes. And before we would finish up, is there any questions that come from
Oh, we've had none.
anybody from Clayton County watching this morning? Okay, we have no questions in front of us this morning. Anybody else have any other business before the county commissioners this morning?
Do you want to bring up the HWC? Change order, I don't know.
Okay. Commissioner Shoemaker, we do have an item and you do not have it in front of you, I'm sure. We have a change item from HWC. And I know Josh is the one that is probably more up on this, and we are on the change, and they file back to us. We do have a change order number 1, the cost deduction of $73,711.02. Work change directive. See if it includes option to open cut existing County Road 800 West in lieu of directional drilling. So it looks like they're possibly just going to cut it instead of drill it and save that money, but it is a change.
you said it saves money?
That's how I read that. It says decrease of this change order, $73,711.02. Which would be right. I mean, it's the drilling is quite costly, but sometimes that's all you can do is to drill. Evidently, they're going to open cut this.
Okay.
So, we can make that motion if there's a change that's different than what we understand this. We can always bring this back and make an amendment at that time. But this is how I best read this. With that, our attorney, he's at another disclosed location. So, best I can read this is my understanding of it. It is a contract change order that is a deduction.
I'll make a motion to approve the change order for the decrease in the amount provided by HWC.
Okay, this is how I read it, because the original contract is $4,720,735. The new contract price now is $4,647,023.98. So that's how I look at it and read it. You made your motion, I will second that. But we will verify this also. Any other business before the Board of Commissioners this
And then
morning?
if you want to bring up Kevin's quote.
Okay, having one more item in front of us. Kevin Myers has put a quote together, working with everybody. This is, you can see the attachments, bridge number 26, Bridge 148, and it's also a Patcher quote, which there's a PDF, and I don't know if that was, got it here in front of me. He's got quotes from 2 different locations, 2 different businesses, one being,
One of them is.
no,
They're
they're
the
same,
but
same
one's
place,
new
but
and one is
one's
like
new, one's
refurbished
used.
or something.
Okay. It is by the same company, Equipment Marketing Company, Cloverdale, Indiana. One is for a new quote, which is $77,300 for patching a machine. And the other one is a rebuild, remanufactured, and I'm looking real quick to make sure it's the same machine. It's $44,900. They have some optional items that they can put on it, which is included. I guess they've included it in the used version of it, but in the new version for the $77,300, those were additional smaller item, $2,000, $1,000 add-in, but it doesn't. If you don't have the add-ins, it's $74,300. So it's whether we want to look at new and nobody's used it before, or we're going to do it remanufactured. But again, we just received another close to $1 million additional paving money, $900,000 this past week, in order for them to best service what would be the board's suggestion to look at new or remanufactured.
I recommend the new one.
Okay. I would agree with that, especially with the miles that we're hoping to be putting on, and the length of time that they use these machines. This ought to be good for the next 15, 20 years by buying a new one. So with that in mind, I will second that motion, and it passes 2-0. Any other business? No other business before the Board of Commissioners this morning. I would entertain a motion to dismiss.
So moved.
Second, that passes. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shoemaker.
Have a good day.
Okay.